Aloha, everyone, and happy Independence Day, and welcome to another weekly update of vacation rentals here on Oahu. My name is Bryan, the broker in charge of Halepuna Real Estate, and this is actually going to be a three fast week update. I apologize about the delay. I have just been extremely busy. I have the most escrows ever I've had at this time, and also this past month, we've added 5 new properties to our vacation rental management company or division. And if you're curious, if you ever want to look for a place to stay, just go to Island Stays Hawaii. And here are the 5 latest properties we've added to our portfolio. A nice home over Waimanalo. Beautiful 1-bedroom at Island Iliikai Marina. This property, new built over in Hilo on the Big Island, a 3-bedroom. Studio at Luana Waikiki, and this really gorgeous penthouse in Hawaii Kai. Yeah, ideal. So things have been very busy. So again, I appreciate your patience with this update. And also, we are in the process, right down here, we have 3 more properties coming on. We're in the process, a client late in May contacted us to do a full remodel of his 1-bedroom at Waikiki Banyan. He gave us free creative control, just give us the funds. And told us really to do whatever we want with the unit. So, and they're really busy with that. Here's some video of kind of where we're at the unit, but we expect to have it done in about a week or so. So look for that coming on. It'll be live on the market soon, and I think it's going to be one of our best performing 1-bedrooms in our portfolio. And with that all being said, let's just hop in here. There's been 24 new listings this past 3 weeks and 16 sold properties. Really a wide variety of new listings. So I'm just going to jump right in this with the Hawaiian Monarch studio. So this is a studio on the 24th floor, 247 square feet, price of $298,000. City ocean views. Hawaiian Monarch has some great views, especially on the higher floors, obviously. Locations here right off of Makole and Alawai. Keep in mind, these are 2 very busy streets here. So if you have a lower floor unit, odds are you're going to be dealing with some noise. Just about a week or 2 ago, we looked at a unit studio on the 17th floor that the owner wanted us to manage. We passed on that. We're pretty selective on what kind of units we'll manage in this building. But on the 17th floor, noise wasn't too bad. And a lot of investors like this low monthly fee, $453. And here's a few pictures here. One of the nicer looking studios, really nice bathroom there. Quite nice. I'd recommend some wall art, but the owner wanted us to manage this unit. We'd probably be open to it. We just want to make a few little changes, but overall, really nice unit there. And that's priced well in my opinion. Aloha Surf on the 7th floor. It's a studio, 320 square feet, price of $315. The fees down here. This is your typical hotel managed unit. I have a client who owns in here, bought the unit like this and did a full remodel, did a beautiful job, did a really nice kitchenette kind of wrapped around here. So this unit definitely has potential. And my client who owns a unit like this, he grosses them about $5,000 a month, which is quite good in my opinion. Units do not come with parking, and there's very limited paid parking on site, and hotel guests get first rights for parking spots before private managed units. Kalakauan, this is a 1-bed, 1-bath on the 4th floor, 454 square feet, just under $350,000. Pretty reasonable monthly dues here as well. Units don't come on the market too often. It's right here in the corner of Kalakauan and Makole, so right here is Hawaiian Monarch. Again, Kalakaua gets more traffic than even Alawai. Pretty similar, but I'd say probably a little more in Kalakaua. So this building does get a lot of noise. If you're on the Makai side of the building, which is the ocean side facing units, it really cuts down on the noise you're going to get from the street. And I've seen some really nice units in this building. And see, this is facing Kalakaua, so it's going to get a lot of noise. And not a bad looking unit, but we're reluctant to manage in this building just because of the challenges. It has no common area amenities other than laundry room. The building's quite dated, and again with these noise issues. There you go. Some units do come with parking, but that's priced pretty good, in my opinion, as well. The Luana Waikiki on the first floor, 313 square feet studio, priced at $360. Fees down here, but this does include electricity. Nice pool deck. Now, if you do self-manage or use a third-party management company, you or your guests have to pay a front desk amenity fee. It's $35 per stay. And being on the first floor, this is going to get quite a bit of noise, just an FYI. But priced pretty well. Island Colony on the 26th floor, $365,000. I actually just had a client this past week go into escrow on a unit here in Island Colony. 316 square feet. There's your fees down here. It's an okay looking unit. If you want to maximize your earnings potential, definitely need to do a full remodel. But I like the building. They've replaced the drain lines. They've done some spalling work. It's a well-maintained building. And that's priced pretty reasonable, but my clients bought a unit on the, well, they're in escrow for a unit on the 39th floor. Very similar price point. Here's a pretty rare opportunity over at Seashore, studio on the 3rd floor, 267 square feet, price of $365. Monthly fees down here. Units rarely come on the market. This is a very boutique building. Great location. I mean, if you want to live or stay right in the heart of Waikiki, really convenient to the beach. There's a little surf shack right here, restaurant. A lot of great things around here, but it is pretty busy and noisy, just FYI. Really not the best photo. Nice looking kitchenette. I don't know. Looks like they copied these photos, so they did. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty nice looking unit though. And that's priced within the realm based on the comps. And I'm guessing these units usually go into escrow quite quickly because again, they just don't come on the market very frequently. Palms at Waikiki on the 11th floor, $420,000. This unit does come with parking, 271 square feet. Obviously, these units here you can't customize. This is a lot of units are in the hotel pool, but this one's been pretty decently upgraded. And I like this side of the building better. This is gonna be on the quiet side, facing the west, northwest. Other side, you're in Alamana Boulevard, which gets a lot of traffic. And some of these units have really small lanais. Obviously, this one has a full-size lanai, which is very desirable. That's priced pretty good. Island Colony on the 33rd floor, 376 square feet studio, one of the larger floor plans, $425,000. This is really pushing the valuation for a studio. But one did just sell. You'll see when I get the sold comps. One did sell about $400,000 off market. This one, they extended the lanai. Looks like right here, if you can see, because the lanais are typically a lot bigger. I prefer to have the larger lanai than the extra interior space, but to each their own. But nice looking unit. It's a high floor, but that's pushing it. Royal Garnet Waikiki, studio on the 20th floor, 361 square feet, price at $429. Another building where units really come on the market. It's right here off of Olohana. Very nice building. I like the location. And these studios, you might think this is pretty high for a studio, but these studios do sell in this price point. There's a pool on the first floor. Really beautiful kind of Victorian style lobby. Nice eastward facing little ocean view there. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the lobby here. beautiful in my opinion. That's priced pretty good. Kalakauan, another unit, Kalakauan. It's a 1 bed, 1 bath on the second floor, priced at $448. Here's one of those ones that are really nicely remodeled. It's a great price for a 1 bedroom in Waikiki. But as I mentioned before, there are just some challenges with the building mainly. Large lanai though, that's really nice. Nice walk-in shower. But being on this floor, you're going to get some street noise. Island Colony on the 16th floor. This is a nice 1 bed, 1 bath, 560 square feet, price of $500,000. Fees down here. Nice clean looking unit. This is priced pretty well in my opinion. A lot of these 1 bedrooms have actual full stove with oven. And it's debatable. Some people, even in 1 bedrooms where it's legal, just do these cooktops. One of the best performing unit at Banyan has just a cooktop, but this unit we're currently remodeling, we decided to do a full stove with oven because in our experience, some guests do like to bake while they're here. But nice looking unit here. I think that'll probably go into escrow fairly quickly. Blind Monarch, this is a 1 bed, 2 bath on the 36th floor, price of $530. Monthly fees right down here. These units have come up on the market quite often recently, so I'll be redundant that these units can be split and operate into 2 different rental units. They can be sealed off once, so it'd be a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and a studio with a bath. And that's how most people who own these units choose to operate as 2 individual units. And really not a bad price. And I mentioned earlier, these units can have some really nice views. Pacific Monarch Studio on the 12th floor, 356 square feet, priced at $560. It's a nice looking studio. Northwest facing. This is a really common remodeling look the last couple of years. You see this in a lot of units. I think it's a little overdone now. But I've seen people really pay a premium for these newly remodeled units, so I think they got a chance of getting this price here. This building does not come with parking. You can rent parking stalls though on site. Iliikai, 22nd floor, 1 bedroom, 500 square feet, price is $680. This is one of the floors where if you do not use hotel management, if you self-manage or use a third-party management company, you have to pay the hotel's house cleaning and maintenance services, which really increases your operating expenses. And just this past week, I was speaking to the manager of owner relations, and they've adjusted their monthly management fees now. The hotel operator, it's now 36% is their management fee, which is not too bad for a hotel operator. And all these units they manage on floors 2 and floors 23 through 25, they market these as their like ultra luxury units, so they do demand a higher price point. But in my experience, if you own on floors that don't have these restrictions and really provide a really quality unit and great guest experience, you're going to financially outperform any hotel managed unit. And that's a little high for city mountain views. There's currently one on the market on the 15th floor. Needs not in as good as condition, but same mountains kind of city view unit, and it's priced at $570. And I think that would make a much better opportunity. Waikiki Sunset, it's a 1 bed, 1 bath on the 15th floor, 546 square feet, $725,000. Your mountain views. Here's your fees down here, but includes $264, which is special assessment because they just finished up doing the fan coil replacement, and this assessment runs until 2028, December 2028. Nice looking unit here. I really like it. Very clean. They did upgrade in the furnishings, but they left the Hotel original flooring and carpet. As I mentioned in the past, I really recommend you pull carpet when you can as vacation rentals because they just attract a lot of wear and tear and hold dirt and also moisture and can get mold. But at Sunset, you have to have carpet in the bedrooms at Sunset. You can't have hardwood floor or tile. But nice looking unit. I think that's priced a little high though for a unit on the 15th floor. Waikiki Banyan on the 37th floor, $760,000. This is penthouse, 1 bed, 1 bath. All the units at Sunset and Banyan do come with parking, 530 square feet. Here's your fees down here, but this one also has a special assessment running through this year, $571 per month. I toured this unit just about a week ago for a client. Nice views if you want city mountain views, but the unit needs to be updated. Definitely has a lot of potential. I mean, really, I would probably just, if possible, keep the cabinets, do new countertops, and then new flooring and new furnishings. And it's not a bad price, but I think there's some better opportunities currently in the market at Banyan at that price point. Iliikai on the 25th floor. It's another 1 bed. Well, they call it a studio, but again, it's 500 square feet. These are legal 1 bedrooms, but some agents for some reason decide to call these studios when they don't have a wall between the bedroom and living room. $795,000. Again, this is a floor that has a hotel restrictions and has obviously the furnishings are very similar to that other unit we saw, this one that was on the 22nd floor. But great high floor to own on, and not a bad price on the 25th floor. So I've seen some sell higher, so I think that's got a chance to go pretty quickly. Waikiki Sunset on the 29th floor, $800,000, 1 bed, 1 bath, 534 square feet. Love the views. I have a client who owns on the 27th floor on this side in a better stack. And if this unit had a really quality update, I think I can get the price. But how it is currently, I think they may be pushing it. Again, these are just my opinions, but we'll see. Waikiki Banyan on the 15th floor, 1 bed, 1 bath, $805,000. Nicely updated. This unit has been on the market before. They're just bringing it back on. I think they dropped it about $35,000. And this owner actually owns handful. He just put one in escrow recently. They do get some premium price points on these because they did a really nice job on the remodeling. I do like this archway into the bathroom. Yeah, quality. And based on comps, that's more reasonable. I think they may get an offer soon. Iliikai on the 24th floor, $850. So again, a big difference between this one, the other one that was just on the market on the 25th floor. Obviously, I'd go with the 25th floor if you want to own on one of these floors. And this is an interesting unit because typically all the units on the 2nd and 22nd through 25th floor, you're not supposed to do custom remodels because again, those have the hotel restrictions. And I just confirmed this with the owner services manager this past week. So this is curious how they have new flooring. They really customized the unit here. Maybe the hotel wasn't aware of it. That's neat. They got big cats on lanai. We might have to do that. Yeah, great views. See what that sells for. Marine Surf, Waikiki. This is a rare 1 bed, 1.5 bath, 858 square feet, penthouse, 12th floor, $1 million. I was really excited when I first saw this come on the market because maybe about 2 years ago, an ocean view penthouse came on the market. It was this one right here. And I'm a fan. I was hoping I have a client who owns, I have 2 clients who own here. One client owns multiple and he's looking to buy more. And I thought if this had ocean views, he might want to make an offer on this one. But this is city views, unfortunately. It has a little ocean view here. 2 lanais. And these lines are very long. But at this price point, I'd like to see it more updated. But being that these units really come on the market, there's a chance someone's going to offer. It might go into escrow soon. But this is a neat building, really central Waikiki, right off of Kuhio and Seaside. There's 2 restaurants on site. There's a pool. All units do come with parking. The most common complaint we get from guests who stay in the units we manage there is noise, because there's a right here. There's a bar restaurant that plays live music at 10 o'clock at night sometimes. And sometimes guests complain that. And then also Kuhio is a pretty busy street, same as Seaside with traffic. Kuilima, quite a few new listings at Kuilima this past week, or past 3 weeks. This one's at $1,070,000. It's 1 bed, 1 bath, 658 square feet. If you're not familiar with Kuilima, it's over on the North Shore. You have east and west. You have the Ritz-Carlton right here. Really beautiful destination spot here. If you're coming from town or Honolulu or the airport, no traffic, plan on about an hour to get up this way. You can either go cut through central Oahu, or you can come to the windward side and work your way up the coast here, which I love. This is such a beautiful drive. Keep in mind though, it's one lane road in each direction. And if you get some people driving slow, it can get pretty busy and take quite a bit of time. But it still is a beautiful drive, just to enjoy it. Obviously very lush green, beautiful. Highly rated golf course. There's the Ritz here. Public beach restaurant called the Beach House here, which is a sister restaurant of Roy's Restaurant, which is delicious. They have some surf spots right over here. Good snorkeling. I've done snorkeling with some friends all through here. It's nice. And I was just talking to someone this past week who contacted me about Kuilima. We looked at this unit. This is pretty nice. Just doing some improvements here with the stocking, you could really improve the performance, in my opinion, of the unit. And I think that's priced quite well. Another one, Kuilima, this is at 1.249. And this shows you the difference between, if you really have a more quality upgraded unit, you can demand higher prices. Obviously it's not sold yet, but it's going to definitely sell more than the last unit we looked at. Again, I would definitely pull the carpet though and do tile or laminate flooring, or vinyl flooring, excuse me. And I would definitely furnish this different. I think a lot of potential here to do some nice touches that will really improve guest experience. But quite nice. Here's a 2 bed, 2 bath, just under $2 million. These are beautiful units. It's over just under 1,100 square feet. It's your fees down here. That's not correct. There's electricity is not included in these properties over in Kuilima. Great, that's a great picture there overlooking the golf course. So these are kind of my favorite units here. You have a bedroom down here. You have a loft here where they put more beds here. Then you have another bedroom just over in this direction here. So here's the upstairs bedroom. The one thing though is that there's a small bathroom here. I mean, it's nice to have a bathroom, but it is pretty tight. And your ground floor bedroom, full-size bathroom right there. And then the 2 beds in the loft area. So you can obviously fit 6+ people if you want to. And again, this is only on the North Shore where you can do nightly rentals, and very desirable place. Again, it's kind of a destination spot, but I love it up there. Actually heading there tomorrow to go snorkeling in the area. Now moving on to sold, Kuhio Village, the 4th floor, $300,000 studio. Palms at Waikiki. This is a really good acquisition, in my opinion. 7th floor, $335,000, and it comes with parking. Smaller unit, but that to me is a good pickup. I currently have a client in escrow for 2 properties right there. Island Colony on the 9th floor, $345,000. Nice unit. Island Colony on the 32nd floor, $373,000. Seashore on the 1st floor, $378,000. Cabana at Waikiki, 2nd floor, is a 1 bed, 1 bath, $410,000. It's a pretty good price point for the seller. Congrats to them. Island Colony on the 24th floor. This is that studio I was telling you about. Off market. This is shocking. I mean, I'm amazed someone paid $445,000. Iliikai on the 8th floor, $540,000. That's a really good price. Incredible that I don't know what happened to Iliikai with the price points. This is like a 2021 number, even though it's mountain views. Yeah, really great price point. Regency on Beach Walk, 1 bedroom on the 5th floor, not a bad price point. 555. Waikiki Sunset on the 9th floor. A friend of mine acquired this unit. She's a realtor. $572,000. She's a realtor investor, so congrats to her on that. Waikiki Banyan on the 10th floor. Not a bad pickup at this price point, $638,000. 3 days on the market. Iliikai on the 12th floor. 1 bed, 1 bath. This is city views, $645,000. Waikiki Banyan. This is a really good pickup here. 37th floor. Mountain view. I like that price. I had a client look at this, but they prefer ocean view. Waikiki Beach Tower, one of the best properties on the island, in my opinion. Right on Kalakauan. 2 bed, 2 bath on the 28th floor. Show you a couple pictures here. This is just unobstructed. I only have 1 photo loaded, but smack beautiful ocean views. 180 degrees. Yeah. Congrats to the seller and buyer there. Beach Villas over on Kuilima. It's a 2 bed, 2 bath, $3.45 million. So things are still moving. And last new listing, this is the same seller as the prior unit, probably the same buyers of both. $3.5 million for this property. So there you have it. Thank you if you watched this whole thing, thank you for your patience and making it through. And I will do my best to be back next week. But any questions at all, contact me anytime. I'm always happy to talk real estate. And you have a wonderful holiday weekend. Aloha.